What's up everyone, Infinity here. Welcome to my playthrough of Predator Concrete Jungle. As you probably already know if you're regular around here, I'm a huge Predator fan and this game was always one of my favourites growing up. It's been a few years since I last touched this game, so I might be a bit rusty. And I'm going to be starting a new game here, so I won't have anything unlocked at all. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the game. Starting at level 1.
Back then, no one knew what it really was. Newspapers called it the New Way Devil. The Indians even had legends about it going back centuries. Stories of an invisible killer, a demon who traveled with the comets, returning in the hottest seasons to hunt its favorite prey, human beings. And it was hot that night in New Way City, the hottest midsummer ever recorded, when Bruno Borgia, god of gangsters, died.
So we're starting at the first level of the game. So this first level is set in 1930 and we're playing as Scarface, Predator. And you can see he's just been shot through the face. Take care of these guys. So you find out how he got shot later on in the game.
Come and get it. What the fuck is that?
Let's go here. Let's kill this guy.
Grab the bastard!
So let's follow the waypoint here. You can kill those guys, but I think they all just keep respawning, so there's no point really. So what we've got to do is get back to our spaceship. I thought that was really cool, where you cut them in half. Controls aren't that bad, to be fair, considering this is a PS2 game. Because a lot of these sort of games you play them like after, because I've got a PS4, and then you go back to like PS2 and it feels a bit weird going back to such old games, but this doesn't feel too bad. Something else I find with older games is that a lot of time like the view like with the right stick is like inverted, so that throws you, but you can change it in this, which I've already done. Get back to your ship. Yeah, so the predator we're playing as was on the hunt for some 1930s gangsters, but it kind of went wrong, and then he gets injured, and then that's where the game starts here. We're trying to get back to our ship.
Hey, smash his head in.
So with the basic smart disc like we got here, you can throw it at 2 people, and then when you get the I think it's 2 people, and then when you get the more updated ones, the upgrades, sorry, then I think the next one does 3 people, and then after that there's 4, I think it could put through.
Jesus, Mary.
And right now there's a gang war between the Borgia family, who are these guys, and they're the main baddies in the game, and the Irish mafia, who are the guys in green who we see as well.
And so it began. This tragedy of 2 worlds. This epic fall and rise of men and monsters. This story of power, revenge, and unnatural love. The devil had broken the laws of its own kind. It had made its presence known to its prey in a devastating and humiliating way. And worse, it had survived the exposure. We now know that these creatures are nomadic, bound by strict clan loyalties, unbreakable taboos. Disgrace and exile were all this one could expect.
So that's the first level completed. So basically what's happened is his hunter's gone wrong, and then he tried to blow up his ship and kill himself, but it blew up the city, but it didn't kill himself, so he's been punished for making his presence known, and he's been banished to that planet for 100 years. And then the next level starts in the future, which will be starting now.
But nothing simply ends. The events of that sweltering night in June sent ripples through time. Because in its long absence, we humans had dissected the hunting tools our devil dropped in its haste. And using what we learned, we made ourselves masters of a technology unknown on Earth. We created weapons of our own that we turned against the devils when next they came hunting in the hot season. So they sent it back to atone for the sins of its past and take from us what we had stolen. Back to a city grown from the shattered ruins it had left behind. A city of tomorrow overseen by computer intelligence, driven by advanced alien technology, and ruled by a dynasty of crime. What once was New City had blossomed into Neonopolis, City of Light.
So here's level 2 now, which is in 2030, 100 years later, and he's been sent back to
Now these shining city facades and mirrored walls of Neonopolis hide deep shadows of their own. We'll never know why the Predator decided to target the servitors first. Perhaps in a downtown cult of sacred killers, with their savage devotion to gods of slaughter and magic. It recognized something all too familiar.
Thanks, Sam. The body of another man has been found here on the streets, flayed and mutilated. Police experts suspect a ritual motive for the crime.
See? Didn't I tell you this was a sign? A sign from the law of darkness. Message in blood from our father Zaraguin, the Scorpion God. The law sends us blood. Blood to make our turf sacred. Blood to make us strong. Take up your blades. Put on your ghost suits. The enemy hides in the night, but the night belongs to Les Serviteurs. Les Serviteurs!
Yeah, so you can see those guys have got the Predator's cloaking technology, because he left in the past, in 100 years ago, he left some of his technology behind, and then the humans have found it, and that's how they have like a advanced city and the cloaking technology and stuff, and flying cars like that. So now we're in the future, and basically he's now got to make it up to the other Predators because he screwed it, basically. So yeah, so what we've got to do is find 3 of them gang members with the invisibility cloak, and then we've got to find 3 of them and then take them to them signs to skin them, hang them up. And to see them, use your vision modes and use the green one, tech mode. Yeah, I think it's called tech mode, tech vision or something. Oh damn it, no, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so we've got one here. So yeah, we skinned him and hanged him up there. It's pretty cool. This game's pretty gory as well. You see there earlier by accident when I accidentally killed that guy. But you do a lot of stuff like that. Like it's a bit like Manhunt, kind of, because you're like from behind, and then you look like do some quite brutal executions. If you've ever played Manhunt, which I have, and that's a really good game as well. So we'll find another one of them gang members who's invisible. Got to find 2 more. Some lines there. I remember back in, because I got this game when it first came out in 2005, so that's like 15 years ago now, which is quite incredible actually. Makes me feel old, I should say. Yeah, I remember when I first got this. I remember actually thinking it looked quite impressive, like the graphics, like where you turn invisible like that. Just skin the second guy. Remember actually back in the day when I got this, I was like reading reviews for it. I remember one of them said once you've seen one skinned corpse, you've seen them all. But like, what do you think a skinned corpse is going to look like? Of course they're going to look the same. And they're just going to like reuse the same like model, wouldn't they? They're not going to make a brand new one every time. Huh. And this got really crap reviews apparently, on like websites and magazines and stuff like that. But I always thought this game was awesome. I loved it. Oh, there's a optional objective where you can kill this bloke here. I always like to do this. I wonder what because I think you unlock some. You've hunted down the psychopath preying on the city's homeless. You have been awarded a health upgrade. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I think we might have like 125 health instead of just 100 now. Because if you see in the bottom left corner, you'll see how much health we got. I think now that should go up to 125. I think. Damn it. Need to find a electricity thing to get some more power for the cloak because it runs out. And it only charges up back to a certain point, so you've got to get these and then that makes it go back up to 100. I've got a cheat disc, and on that you can have infinite energy, which is really cool. So you can just like go nuts with the plasma caster. You don't have to worry about it running out if you got that cheat on with the cheat disc. It's not one you can just put in the game though, like, you know, when you just enter as far as I know, it's only it's one you can only do with the cheat disc. Oh, yeah. Gotta go find the third place. If you notice, you're actually hanging them up from the Borgia Industry signs, who are the baddies in this game. Not the main baddies, you see them later on. And that's the last guy that we got a skin, hang up.
Right there.
Smart guy.
So now the police are showing up and we got to kill. We got to wipe them out now. Them the Ulysses, that's them big robot things. It's kind of actually pretty cool. Kind of like a callback to the Alien films, because when you like smash them open, there's like a synthetic inside and it's got white blood, which is kind of cool. And there's we've got wrist blades, and there's aliens later on in this game as well. So we've got the picked up the longer wrist blades, which is cool. So knock out all the police. Got to get behind it and jump on them. That's what I was on about with the synthetic white liquid stuff. I thought that was cool when you impale them and you hit them like that. These are a pain, these things are. Especially later on, because there's another ones like this, and I think they're black instead of blue, and you can't do that. Like, if you jump on them, they throw you off, so it's like even more pain to deal with. That was cool as well. He actually gets blood down himself when you get injured, which is pretty good for a PS2 game. So that's one group of the riot police dealt with. And there's some more down here. I think that one will go and call for help. So you gotta take them out first, because they'll call for backup. You can do all different like combos and stuff with the combo stick as well. Press triangle and circle in like different ways, and you can like impale people and all sorts of stuff.
Code 33. Riot control has been dispatched to Memphis Beach. All units stand by.
I just thought this was a cool level, because if you want to, you can just kind of like free roam around it and just explore. Kind of like a GTA game almost. Which I think that'd be like really cool if they ever if they could like make another game like this, but make it like a free roaming game. That'd be really cool. Kind of like Assassin's Creed or something like that. I think that could make a really cool Predator game if they make it kind of like Assassin's Creed, because in that game you're like stealthy as well, and like Predator's always stealthy. I think that'll make a really cool game. Or kind of like they can make it kind of like that if you played that Spider-Man game on the PS4. That's a really good game as well, and with that you're like jumping all around on rooftops and stuff, so I think something like that would make a really good Predator game too. Maybe if they did kind of like a hybrid sort of between Spider-Man game and an Assassin's Creed game for a Predator game, I think that'd be really awesome if they would do that. There's that other that game, but it's Predator Hunting Grounds, but it's only an online game. It doesn't have a story, which is unfortunate, because I only really like single player games. I don't really play online. Oh, damn it. No, you can't pick them back up. It's annoying how fast your energy runs out in this game. You only get like, I think you only get like 2 or 3 shots with the plasma caster, and then you've drained all your energy. Oh, excuse me. Some more spears. Get the spear gun. It's a pretty good weapon, the spear gun is. There's another one of them robots down there. So that's nearly all the police dealt with, and there's just one more like cluster of around here. Oops. locate the entrance to the servitor. Once that's all the police killed, now we've got to go to the hideout of that gang where we was skinning the gang members. And I think it's a boss, if I remember right. Yeah.
So the hunter returned to the hunt. This was a different jungle from that which it had left behind, and the natives had forged new weapons from the hunting gear it had foolishly dropped 100 years ago. I imagine how it must have burned at the devil, having survived a century of whatever hellish exile its kind used as punishment, to be sent back here with only the tools of an unblooded youngster, to have to prove itself all over again.
So we're at level 3 now. Continue. These
The monster had tracked the ghost-suited killers to their lair. Here would be found the leader of their pack, the alpha male. The law of the jungle decreed that only one would walk away from this fight.
Yeah, like I was saying, this gang kind of remind me of the Jamaicans from Predator 2. Because I think they was like voodoo and all that sort of stuff as well. Take these guys out. I think when I was younger, I was really good at this game. I think I used to be able to like take everyone out with a spear gun, like stealthily. That's my caster. They're annoying because when they're invisible like that, you can't lock onto them unless you're in division mode like that. So they're a bit of a pain. Health. Might as well use that. Yeah, I think if you like when you roared like that, I think you can just do that normally, and that kind of like scares them. I think. Get the makes the like, you know, in AVP they make like kind of tiger growling noises. Does that in this as well? 'Cause I think that was the newest film at the time. And you can tell the sort of the way the Predator looks. It looks a bit like the ones from AVP, like the same kind of proportions, and it has the similar helmet to the Celtic Predator, which is really cool. I just thought this Predator you play as has a really cool looking design to it. But there are other costumes you can unlock as well. You can get the ones from the first two movies and the scarf from AVP, and then there's a few others that are like unique to this game as well. I'm looking forward to. Oh, missed him. I think that should be everyone. Face the boss. Yeah.
Blood for the law.
What have we got? Health kits. There it is. Got to kind of like keep your distance and watch out when he does that. Yeah. I still have the smart disc. No, I don't have the smart disc. What 4 bombs? See if we can lure him onto that mine. How's just a human taking that much damage? Because I know he's quite a big guy. I think it says in the like bio he's like really big or something, but yeah. How did he take that much damage? And not from a predator as well. Like even if a guy is like 7 feet tall, still a predator would still make mincemeat of them. And I never understood how like, you know, there's like you know, humans, but they're like sort of stronger than a predator. Like you're the predator, but you have to like keep your distance and that, or else they like knock you over. Yeah, so I killed him. Now I've got to take his skull. Here it is, head off.
The gangs of Neonopolis had no idea they were simply puppets in the grip of an alpha killer from another, harsher world. A super predator who intended to pick them off one by one until the sacred ground was its once again.
That's cool. Yeah, so we killed the I don't think he's the leader of that gang. He's like just like the boss that you had to fight. Because later on, you know, that guy at that start of that cutscene with the long hair, I think he's like I don't know, like a voodoo priest or something. But later in one of the other levels, you can kill him for a optional objective later on. I like this level as well. This one's pretty cool. The Dead Men are another street gang, but they're like high on combat drugs or something.
Dead men are impervious to pain. The drugs they use anesthetize them to all sensation and rewrite their nervous systems to pick up stray radio messages and TV ad jingles. They believe in nothing. They live to get high and to die. On this occasion, they had made the mistake of toting black market Prometheus tech weapons, engineered in the laboratories of the Porsche family. Even the fiercest hunter needs a camp to come back to. The Devil's clan brothers must have had their own ship, still hidden somewhere in our city, and would doubtless have left tracks for one of their kind to follow to their lair, if ever they got lost in this concrete jungle. To needlessly panic the herd is a sign of a careless hunter. A century ago, a moment's exposure and hesitation had let the prey turn on the predator with all that followed. This time the rules of the hunt must be obeyed. Stay out of sight until the time is right to strike, then do so with a ruthless purpose. Take only the rightful prey. Dishonor is worse than death. Move well or die.
Alright, so see if I can turn subtitles. I thought I had them on. Oh no, I do have subtitles. Okay. Yeah, so this is the they're called the Dead Man Gang, I think, or something. And they're all like on like drugs and stuff, but the reason you got to take care of them is because it said they have in their possession the some of the weapons made from the reverse engineered Predator's technology that he left behind 100 years ago. And I think that's pretty funny actually, because they called it they said it was called Prometheus Tech. That's pretty funny because later on they made that movie called Prometheus, that alien film. So I think Prometheus is like a Greek god or something, and he gave humans some powers or something, but then the other gods punished him or something. I don't know, but something like that. So that's what Prometheus means. Oh damn. I'm trying to hit him. I like it when you shoot, you like throw him up in the air and then you like whack him with a stick like that. I think that's really funny. Oh man. Oh, I think that's the you got to destroy them crates. I think they usually got health and stuff in them. Right, so we have to use the green vision mode again and find them beacon things to activate. See, there's one over there. Over there. So yeah, I'd have thought during that, just did that boss battle. Sorry. So I think it'd be cool in a Predator game, maybe if like when it's a boss battle, like if they made another Predator game, it could be like in the boss battles, maybe like the character you are, he like takes off his mask and like chucks his weapons down, like in the films, and then whenever it's a boss, you have to fight them barehanded. That'd be a pretty cool idea. So let's activate this first thing here. It's weird because it's on about recovering their technology, but then they got like these beacon things just sitting around in the open in the sea. What if the people find these? Doesn't that matter if they find them then? Because that's still some sort of technology. Maybe it's just a radio beacon, I suppose. Oh, well, that's lucky. Do one more. One more this way. Find some one of them electricity things. Man, this does bring back memories though, this game. I really loved this game growing up. I got it when I was about 15, I think. And now I'm 30, so it's half my lifetime ago. Which is pretty weird. Yeah, I remember I thought this game was awesome back then. Still looks pretty good though for a PS2 game. Yeah, pretty nice looking game graphics wise. I bet because I'm played it on my big 50-inch HD TV, but if you play it on like the old TVs, what we used to have back then, CRT TVs, the PS2 games, they look even better because they're not all stretched out, because they weren't really made for big TVs like with PS4 and that. They were just made for, you know, you'd have like a 10-inch CRT back then or something like that, so it's a bit too low res for like big TVs. But even on my TV, it's not a bad game. Not a bad looking game, to be fair. So I'll stop yapping and get back to trying to find that third beacon. Oops. I like to try and keep like up on the rooftops and stuff, because that's like what the Predators do in the movies, rather than just, you know, running around the roads clothed and that. Looks like it's up this way, I think. This Predator jumps well high as well. It jumps like 100 feet in the air. I don't think they do that in the films. This way. Here we go. So looks like an alien egg, that does. Like an overmorph. I don't know if that was intentional. Probably not. Nice.
All units, we have an ambulance being raided for drugs in Orsini Green. Be advised, this is not a police zone, and no unit should respond to emergency calls from this area.
So I think we're on a time limit. Actually, I think we'll find them gang members who've stolen them drugs. Them killed.
More special guns.
Yeah, I got everything.
Please do take a look at this truck. Not enough. Need more. How hard this
Stop the arms deal. Kill these guys. That's easy. Oh, so what was that, the combi stick? Right. Yeah. That's cool. Small spear gun bullets. Find one of them power things, whatever they're called. Yeah. Is that one I've already? Yeah, there it is.
Dad.
Oh, right.
I need the money.
Damn punks. This is daylight robbery.
Money now.
You can't do this to me! No! No!
Need money. Take money.
Like Batman or some stop the muggers. Why do you say this is daylight robbery? Daylight robbery? That's not like literally. What when people say daylight robbery, that's when like something's really expensive, like a rip off. Not literally. Into the church. Well, I think a predator probably would do that though if it's sort of like a bad person, like assaulting someone, because then they'd like see they're dangerous. Maybe. Oops. Can't remember the controls. Yeah, and that guy. Oh, damn it. We've got to scan him and listen to who says the password.
Come back when you are making sense, junkie.
Oh, didn't it? Oops. Damn, I don't want to do that. I want to change to vocal mimicry. There we go.
The trail led here to an abandoned church where the dead men lost themselves in drugs and noise. Little did they know that their choice of sanctuary would be their undoing.
So, probably go for 5 more minutes and then we'll call it for this part of the playthrough. So, we're fighting the boss, which is the dead man boss, and then that should be about an hour. Then we'll call it a day. I don't even think any of these attack you. I think they're all just like stoned or something. And then like there's like three like bosses you gotta fight. I just thought this was funny. What was it? This one. We see like their item that says urine. He's taking a leak. This will be his last leak he ever takes. It's weird how Manhunt got a load of flack at the time, but no one even mentioned this game. But this game's got some pretty brutal kills like that as well. Maybe it's because with that you're a person doing it, but with this it's a bit more fantasy. I guess these people attack you. There's one of the bosses.
Say goodbye. You're going to die. Death comes for you. You must die. Kill me if you can.
So here's three of these guys we've got to fight. There's like Wolverine with them like spike things. Pains, it takes ages to kill them. Find them. There we go. Oh, damn it. Stupid Uno. Right.
Going to die.
These will work on them. Oh yeah. Oh, for a second, I suppose. There's one down. Find some more electricity. predators, like with all their like space technology and that, they'll be able to make better batteries than what they got here. Bloke sounded like a ghoul from Fallout 3. He's like, "You're not trying very hard." He's running away. It's the health kit. Take this bloke's school. Probably one over here. Where are you?
Suffer.
Yeah, there's the last one. I used to have fun, like just killing all these when I was a kid as well. Yeah, some pretty cool ways that you kill them. Shoot him, mate. Kill him. Yeah. Here you go then. Yeah. Oh, let's get that bloke's skull, and then that'll be this level complete.
One by one, they fell before it. The human refuse of Neonopolis were so far beneath its contempt, it must have been like hunting fleas. But the Predator had a plan, a grand design to complete. After it delved into the abandoned subway under the church and found the spaceship of its fallen clan brothers, our devil could of course simply have chosen to flee from Earth. I doubt if the thought ever crossed its mind. This hunter was on a mission to restore its honor, and would do so, or die in it.
And they want to get that ship under their church, or whatever it is as well, where they hang out. Alright, so that's going to do it for part 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with part 2, where we'll be carrying on.